countless others around the world. Educated in England, he settled in America as he became an investor and philanthropist, supporting key pillars of open societies, rights and justice, equity and equality, freedom now and in the future. His inspiring generosity reminds us all of our capacity and our obligation to stand up to the abuse of power and to be guardians of democracy and all people yearning to be free.
This is how absolutely horrible this administration is. That Medal of Honor is nothing but a big, fat, giant middle finger to the American people. It's absolutely disgusting.
Washington, D.C., President Biden had Trump, Moses Mike Johnson, and MAGA screaming today with his decision to give 19 congressional medals of freedom to
Yes, Hillary Clinton, George Soros, and 17 others to be honored with Presidential Medal of Freedom at White House ceremony. A lot of people are furious. When you take a look at this tweet, Joe Biden has just awarded George Soros the Presidential Medal of Freedom. George Soros is one of the most evil men in the world who has caused countless innocent Americans to suffer and perish due to Soros installing woke pro-crime deists across the country. He hit American fundamentally. This award practically just lost all meaning. When you look at these and the reactions I'm seeing on social media, particularly to the whole situation, extremely concerning. Like you saw at the beginning, about some few months ago, Elon Musk sat down with Joe Rogan where they talked about this same man. Elon Musk made it clear that he hates humanity. I believe you heard him say that. So when you see people getting furious, there is one man, Biden also awarded this. This guy appeared with the recent person who struggled to take away Trump's life on a picture. It is circulating everywhere on social media. I don't know why he did that. Some people are quoting it like maybe he was awarded for that reason.
Washington, D.C., President Biden had Trump, Moses Mike Johnson, and MAGA screaming today with his decision to give 19 congressional medals of freedom to Hillary Clinton and George Soros and 17 others. Some of the others were Michael J. Fox, Denzel Washington, Lionel Messi, Magic Johnson, Jose Andres, Ralph Lauren, Bill Nye, and there were others. But the two that brought the upset MAGA Trump and Moses Mike Johnson were Hillary Clinton and George Soros. And you know why. It just upset them to no end that Biden made this decision. And I think it was a good decision. Hillary has certainly done a lot of good things over the years. She needs to be recognized, and he chose to do it. Also, the same thing with George Soros. He's been a good philanthropist, helped a lot of good causes. And Vivek Ramaswamy, I believe you got a scholarship from him, didn't you? Didn't you, Vivek? You forgot about that, right? The Congressional Medal of Freedom was created by John F. Kennedy on February 22nd, 1963, by Executive Order 11085, and it was intended to recognize those that have helped in an outstanding way of giving themselves to the freedom and to the United States. Therefore, President Biden, in one of his last duties while he's still president, determined these people were deserving, and he gave the awards out this afternoon in Washington in the White House. Love to hear from my Democrats, my MAGAs, my crazies, my cuckoos, my burned out light bulbs. Orange Jesus, you can pipe in again, and Moses Mike Johnson, you too. There you have it.
It bothers me when I see people who are standing up appreciating what Biden did. It's crazy at a certain point. When you look at this man calling out Vivek, oh, he got a scholarship. I don't want to go back into history. Yes, Vivek did. Maybe when he was small, when he grew up, realize who the man is, Vivi should not stay quiet because he got a scholarship from him. He should be able to stand up and speak the truth, and he has been doing that. So I don't get the point. There are a lot of things people criticize just Soros. In fact, you cannot see 100 people standing in a location 60 will support that man. Impossible. People are always there to criticize him every single day. I believe you saw that tweet. That man actually quoted the minds of millions of people.
This shows me is the weakness of Donald Trump. Donald Trump has endorsed Speaker Johnson. There's still 12 strongly. There's still 12 members. There's still these unknowns. There's still 12 members that aren't sure that they're going to vote for the speaker yet. We don't know the answer to that question. Secondly, he lost the shutdown fight, the debt ceiling fight. Thirdly, Elon Musk is running the White House without even being in the White House. I mean, there's all these unanswered.
Well, to be clear, the current White House is being run by Joe Biden's unelected staff, but go ahead.
But nevertheless, but Elon Musk is calling the shots, domestically and internationally, going after some of our U.S. allies. Just recently,
who's the current president and who's in charge?
But
Can you answer?
matter. The point is that Donald Trump is showing that he's weak. When you have somebody like Elon Musk making the decisions, I worked in 2 White Houses. No one gets ahead of the president or the president-elect, and Elon Musk is. So for me, this shows a weakness among Donald Trump, and it's not the strong footing that he would want to go in.
A few moments later.
I have to say, and I'm sure he's rejoicing, this was a muscle flexing of a minority of the party, of the Republican Party. 9 members demonstrating to Speaker Johnson, we can take you down if we want to, according to the new House rules, and we can make your life very difficult. Please pay attention to us, or not please, pay attention to us.
Yeah, flexing, maybe it was a spasm. I don't know. I mean, remember, ultimately, maybe some of my colleagues here today will want to revise and extend their remarks about the relative influence of Donald Trump. He is the head of the Republican Party. He wanted Johnson. Johnson's going to get it on the first ballot after a little bit of conversation on the House floor. That is unequivocally a good thing. We're not going to sit here for 18 ballots or whatever. We're not going to sit here all night. Here at 2:30 in the afternoon, the Republican Party is showing that it can unify itself in relatively short order for the purpose of helping Donald Trump get started on his agenda. For Republican voters all over the country, this will be a piece of really good news this afternoon.
Yes, this man is crazy. Now going into something different. The other day, I could not do a video on this topic. You know, the chaos erupted in the House when Democrats stood. They wanted to see chaos. Republicans should do it like they've been, but along the way, they never saw that coming. Mike Johnson was re-elected after Trump's endorsement. What I watched throughout from the mainstream media, they wanted a show for days. It should not happen today. It should continue so they can spread. But I like the way it happened this time. People who never wanted to even go in for that, they had to change their mind. And it ended shortly. I appreciate this.
Race into a complete mess. Well, there's some real history of that going on here. So both of these are definitely in play, but Thomas Massie at this point is the quote-unquote hell no. Now, here's the thing to keep in mind. This is the chance that Mike Johnson wins the speakership, and this is per an average of the betting markets.
All the predictions that the chances of Mike Johnson becoming the House Speaker failed. Sienna was singing that like the elections we saw. Thank you guys who has been there sharing out my videos. I usually say this on all my videos. If you see clips behind this, it is just for algorithm. Please, you can skip. You must not watch that.
And he sold himself out for $1.
24 election fried our brains.
It's less on who is woke and more on who is broke.
Attorney or something.
I've never seen that.
I saw so many liberals getting super excited.
Oh, is it true that they paid you $1 million?
I want you to know what would change after doing this.
Comes out against Trump.
I don't care if they write that.
So, with that, I'm going to shake it off.
Figure out a way to say thank you.
That guy's name, he's such an absolute prick. I can't stand him. But anyway,
Hey there. Not doing great.
Terrible night last night. It was a terrible night.
What will the rest of us
you doing on day one?
Bishop Vigano, he says that
If I look at the big picture, it doesn't look good. So I'm going to work on this.
No matter what's going on out there in the world, of course, the worst things could happen.
So we fell short.
Some farmers say without